The giant walls of dust are awe-inspiring, but they can be a nuisance, and they can be deadly.
It's really a crapshoot, and you don't really know until the tones go off and when you get out there what you're going to have.
Kelly Weddle is the Eloy fire chief. His small department is responsible for responding to crashes on a notorious stretch of Interstate 10, a stretch that is plagued by dust storms.
Are those dangerous calls?
They can be very dangerous. The dust makes it worse.
They pop up with little or no warning. 83 dust storm-related crashes took place here, about halfway between Tucson and Phoenix between 2010 and 2015, according to one study. And weather forecasters have long complained that this area is a sort of meteorological black hole.
Is that area difficult to see as a meteorologist? Weather phenomena, dust storms coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the biggest obstacle for the National Weather Service to do its job is observations.
Ken Waters is a retired warning coordination meteorologist from the National Weather Service. He says this area near Picacho Peak is too far south from the Phoenix weather radar system and too far north from the Tucson radar.
It sounds like it's kind of a blind spot.
Very much so, very much so.
In 2016, the Arizona Department of Transportation began working on a $6.5 million high-tech dust detection system for this specific area, combining visibility sensors on the freeway with programmable speed limit signs and a new Doppler radar system that would send data to the National Weather Service, where forecasters could detect storms 40 miles away and fill in the radar black hole between Phoenix and Tucson.
So putting in a weather radar right there would be a tremendous asset to be able to detect the beginning of a dust storm and then to be able to get those warnings out in better time.
Waters says the data would be useful for emergency managers, TV news meteorologists, even storm chasers. It had the potential to save lives.
We were extremely excited and when we heard about this.
The system went online in 2020, and ADOT was recognized with a National Game Changer Transportation Award. Just last week, ADOT published a news release touting how well the system has worked.
But we found there's a problem with this Doppler radar. You see, it's never actually sent any weather information to the National Weather Service.
For 4 years, it's just been sitting here on the side of the freeway, ready to work, waiting to work.
What's the status?
The status is we are working on an intergovernmental agreement to get the data over to the National Weather Service, and it has taken longer than we had anticipated. So
Steve Elliott is a spokesman for ADOT.
4 years? That seems like it's way too long.
it really has taken longer than we had hoped.
Elliott says the visibility sensors on the side of the freeway are working and that they have alerted traffic 50 times since they went online. But the radar system is mired in red tape between ADOT and the National Weather Service.
From the outside looking in, it would seem like somebody dropped the ball.
I understand it is a very complicated process working between two agencies to share this content. There is good news, even after 4 years, that we're good on our side. We have an agreement over to the Weather Service. It's my understanding it's at the regional office. If it comes back signed, we're ready to go.
Back at Eloy Fire, they are bracing for the beginning of the monsoon and along with it, dust storm season. Word that the ADOT radar is not actually online was news to the fire chief.
I'll be quite honest with you, I wasn't aware that it wasn't connected.
Would that be helpful to you guys?
Oh, I would assume so, yes, sure. Anything that you can do to get a better warning has got to be helpful.